Hmm. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Let me sit up here a little bit better here. Let's see. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, regardless of what time zone you're in. Thank you for joining me today. In my opinion, here on Politapod. Okay, so we have a corrupt cop, regretted messing with a higher authority. Okay, let's see what it is.
Cops often cover for each other's mistakes, but these corrupt officers took it to another level. Their actions were so outrageous that their own superior stepped in, shutting them down on the spot. Miami police officer Miguel Hernandez saw a woman throw a cigarette into his police cruiser. Instead of handling the situation professionally, he aggressively confronted her along with his partner.
Come here. You're gonna go back to my car, and you're gonna clean that, or you're gonna go to jail. Get up! Now you piss me off. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up.
What's your warrant for arrest?
Get up.
Where's your warrant for arrest?
Okay, you're gonna go back to my car.
I need to see your warrant.
You're gonna go back to my car and you're gonna clean it. Bubble.
How old are you? I'm 20 years old.
20. You got gloves on? She got a cigarette and she went to my car.
My rights to sit right
Okay.
here.
She
I'm
got
waiting for my Uber, and he's doing this to me.
That's right. You're gonna go back to my car. You're gonna go back to my car. You're gonna clean that.
Let me ask you a question. From what
You got extra gloves on?
I'm pregnant, and he's bothering me.
Okay, you're gonna go back to my car. You're gonna clean what you did. Get up.
Clean what?
The cigarette that you broke. Let's go.
Oh my God.
The officer took the incident personally, turning a minor issue into a power trip. The woman, later identified as Julia.
Love games but hate the grind? With WeMod, you can be invincible, unimaginably wealthy, or even teleport.
Or even skip the
Burgos
commercial.
was about to face the wrath of two egotistical police officers.
Sorry, this chair is just not working for me right now, so we're gonna fix it up. We're just gonna sit like this. Let's go.
Don't touch me.
Get up.
Don't touch me. Don't touch
Get
me.
up.
Don't let me stop. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Get up. Get up.
Touch me.
Get up there.
Get up. You're gonna go to my car and you do that right now. Get up.
Touch my stuff, bro. You're not allowed to do that.
Get up.
On you.
Get up.
The police on you.
No,
You're
you
not allowed
can't.
to do this. I can't.
Get up.
Lawyer, I know.
Get up
I'm a
and clean it.
supervised lawyer.
That's right. Up and do that. Clean that. Get up and clean that from my car. Now. You're gonna go and clean it from my car. You're gonna go and clean it from my car. Let's go. Let's go. You're gonna go back to my car and clean that. Let's go. You know what? You're gonna go to jail so fast you're gonna be incredible. Come here.
For what?
For vandalizing.
Don't touch me.
Get to the car. Get to the car and pick that up.
You want to go to jail for vandalizing?
Go to the bar and clean it. Let's go.
Do you really? No, let's talk about this.
Get up.
You want to go to jail for vandalizing?
Oh, wow. That thing,
That's
how
right.
tiny are your
You're
balls
gonna
right
clean
now?
it. You're gonna clean it. Let's go.
Yeah, no, you do care.
Let's go.
Don't
Clean
let
it.
her touch me.
The officers then started to use force on her, and despite her cries of being pregnant, they kept on physically assaulting her, eventually slamming her face first on the ground.
Let go.
Clean it.
Let
Damn,
go
are you
of
gonna
me.
resist me?
Yes, because you're arrested for no reason. Get away from me.
You gonna resist me?
Help me. Oh, get away from me.
Clean it.
Get away from me.
Clean it. Let's go. Clean it.
Relax.
Clean it. Let's go.
Relax.
You're gonna clean it. Let's go.
Yeah, where's the footage of her doing that? Do they have that? I mean, I'm not trying to defend the woman or anything. I don't know what's true or what's not, but it seems like it only started whenever he approached her. I mean, can we get the footage of her throwing the cigarette butt in there, or maybe the camera wasn't on? I don't know. Maybe the camera wasn't on, and then when that happened, he turned it on. Like, time to engage. Let's go.
Come here.
Help me.
I need you to sit down and you relax. Sit.
Help me.
That's all.
Help me.
Are you gonna go?
Get away from me. Get away from me.
I do not condone in violence in any way, shape, or form. This is a bit much. This is a bit much. I think they should have called back up, maybe a female officer or something.
Okay, I understand you're pregnant, but stop resisting.
police brutality continued, and several people had now started to come over to see what was going on. The officers eventually cuffed her and forced her into the police cruiser.
I'm not breaking.
Go. Vandalizing my car.
You're a terrible person, man. Give me a second to get my stuff.
Let's go.
Pregnant, right?
Yeah, you're real pregnant.
Jalissa continued to resist, but what Officer Hernandez did next left everyone in shock. Even his partner cop couldn't believe his eyes.
Hey, go back, take it back.
Yeah, well, shells are closer right now.
What's wrong with her, bro? What's your social? Hey, calm down. Calm down. Calm down. You're not gonna die. Don't break my car. I know.
Apologizing. You're crap.
What did you do to my car? Don't spit on my thing. Don't spit on my thing.
What the hell did you do?
She's wearing my face, man.
Know what you did? Hell's wrong.
The incident led everyone around the scene to scream and curse at Officer Hernandez, who had just knocked the pregnant woman unconscious.
Jail, jail, jail. Jail, 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 jail. Take his, yes, fire, jail, charges, everything. Prosecute, don't. He can't control his emotions. Should not be a cop. You can't control your emotions. There's certain jobs that you shouldn't do that require you to control your emotions. And if you can't do that, don't do the job.
7317, mommy, have fire rescue.
Ha! Sorry, no premium.
Just knock her off and close the door. But you didn't have to do it. Just close the door. You should have called her right when she was there. 7318, have fire rescue respond, please.
The woman was taken to the hospital where she recovered. A few weeks later, she filed a complaint against Officer Hernandez, triggering an internal investigation. As a result, he resigned from his position, but she didn't stop there.
He shouldn't get to resign. He should not be able to get a chance to resign. He should have been like, no. They should have been like, no. You're going to stay here until our investigation is done. You're going to remain on unpaid relief, or however you say that, until our investigation is done. You don't get to resign, my guy. And then a firing comes.
She filed a lawsuit against both the officer and the city. The case is ongoing, and we hope that she gets the justice she deserves. Now, while this officer faced consequences, the next corrupt sheriff took corruption to a whole new level.
You do it as sheriff? Of course. Hands on.
Hands on, brother. That's the only way to go.
Yeah.
Hard charging.
Yeah.
Huh? Those are the 2 items I was bring.
Yeah. That's a lot of wax.
That's tough.
On December 3rd, 2022, Crawford County police officers pulled over Johnson County Sheriff James Stevens for speeding. However, as they approached his vehicle, it became clear this was more than just a routine traffic stop.
Hello, sir.
What's up, boys?
Hey, I'm Trooper Price, State Police. We're gonna stop you. Coming up flashing lights there. You were speeding just a little bit.
My flashing lights?
There used to be flashing lights. It's the 71 and 282.
How fast are you going?
You're going 50 and 45. Not that big of a deal.
Not bad. Not too bad.
Yeah, not bad. Do you have your license on you?
Yeah, I do.
You got your registration and insurance. Is this your car?
Well, it's the counties.
The county's?
Yeah. I've been the sheriff for the last 4 years.
Oh, okay.
All right, guys, you're gonna have to bear with me. I know we just got the insurance thing a couple of minutes ago. I don't know.
He wasn't actually stopped for going 50 in a 45-mile-per-hour zone. The FBI had been tracking Stevens as part of a corruption and narcotics investigation. It turned out he was in Crawford County for exactly that. Another shady deal.
Shady deals all
Well, I went
around.
to visit a CI.
Visit who?
A CI just north of town. Delivered some bags of goodies up there.
What did you deliver to him?
Well, his wife. Let me pop the truck and I'll show you. There's some goods at the co-op deal we did.
Yeah.
Where it's giving out to needy families and stuff like that.
Hey, if you don't
Good deal.
Pop
hey,
the
since
trunk,
you're
my
on
guy.
campus, throw yourself
Pop the
weapon
trunk.
on the passenger seat. Come back here. So you said you met a CI? Yeah. What, like a
Confidential informant.
yeah, but I mean that's what were you taking him?
These right here, brother. These are things that we put together. Little care packages for homeless, or not, well, people in need.
Oh really?
Things like that, yeah.
So why is your CI in Crawford County?
Well, got them in Crawford County. I've got CIs, and I got one in Sebastian County. Got Franklin, Pope, Johnson.
They just drive to Johnson to work or what?
No. No, just people that we get information from.
Oh, okay.
The sheriff had no clue that the FBI had been monitoring him, and they knew how he had gone into a residence and came out with some narcotics. Even the troopers on the scene weren't buying his fake story.
It's kind of weird.
Get information.
Well, it's kind of
Oh, what is the story? I want to hear the story. Can I hear the story? I mean, don't you want to hear the story?
different. Most, I mean, I've worked narcotics a lot, you know. But
Yeah.
I hear of people having CI and stuff, but I've never heard of them like a sheriff or a sheriff's department outside the county that works outside of Johnson County. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We do it, brother.
Do you?
You bet. You bet.
You do it as sheriff?
Of course.
Hands on.
Hands on, brother. That's the only way to go.
Yeah.
Hard charging.
Yeah.
You bet.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you just up here fixing to head back to Johnson
I'm
County?
gonna pull in here, buy a knife, and then head back home. Yep.
Yeah.
Got a parade at 5 and head back.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is one of my new guys, so just talk with him for just a second.
Hey,
We'll get you out of here safe. Okay, you don't have no more guns and like that on you?
Nope.
Okay, give me 1 second. All right, buddy.
It didn't make sense that a sheriff had to personally travel to another county just to pick up a few grams of narcotics. Shortly after, an FBI agent arrived, and things were about to get much worse for the sheriff.
There we are here.
Find it again.
The FBI?
Okay.
Okay. You have any other weapons on you at all?
Nope. In the car.
No backup weapon anywhere?
Nope.
Stand here.
If anybody knows the story, you know the dialogue part of it. Fill it in the blanks.
Hey, Sheriff, let me ask you this. You don't have nothing illegal in your car, do you? Nothing you're not supposed to have? No drugs?
There could be, there could be drugs in there.
There is
Most
drugs?
definitely. Yep.
What kind of drugs?
There's some, my CI just gave me some things.
What's
just in
things?
passing, there's some little,
I don't know what things are.
there's some butter and,
Like marijuana and stuff?
yeah, and like a butter marijuana and 2 little buds that through the course carrying on, talking to them.
Hey, go ahead and put your hands behind your back real quick.
These may look like dentures or partials, but in fact,
But they're
it's some of
not.
the newest dental implant technology.
Okay. This whole deal's odd to me, and so as of right now, I'm gonna go ahead and detain you, okay?
Seeing the FBI agent arrive, Stevens quickly admitted to having narcotics inside his car. As a result, he was promptly placed in handcuffs, and things were only about to get worse for him.
Because I've never heard of a sheriff not saying that what you're doing is wrong, but I can tell you this. I've been working narcotics for 7 years, okay? And I've never heard of a sheriff himself coming out. I'm not saying it don't happen, because it does happen, but not very often that comes out and works narcotics on his own and stuff like that, okay? So, and now that you said you've got some narcotics in the car, We're gonna search your car, okay?
Get up. Get up.
Is this your personal car? Or is this your?
No, that's a county-owned vehicle.
Okay. Does the court and all them, they allow you to take this out for personal use? And
It's kind of empty without the dialogue because we want to hear all the bull crap this guy's saying. Well, I was this and that, and he's a sheriff too, so that makes it even better that they're, the dialogue. Let's just use your imagination.
Wouldn't quite call it personal use.
But there might be body cam footage out here somewhere on this. I don't know. We'll have to see if we can dig for it, maybe.
let me ask you this: just do you think?
Don't know if we'll find
you
it.
were in my position, would you think this is odd?
Trooper, based on
I'm talking outside of them being here. Look at me. Oh, you're talking to me.
with you. I'm with you.
I'm asking you.
I'm going to go ahead and just invoke my rights, and I'm going to speak to attorney and say I'm under arrest. And you guys,
okay.
I'll be respectful and do whatever you need to do.
I understand that. Okay. I'm going to let you have it right here, okay?
Sheriff Stevens knew his time was up and that he would soon be behind bars. Realizing this, he refused to answer any questions while the troopers searched his vehicle.
My man straight up corrupt.
Door right there.
Okay.
Right here is what was described as
Oh, here, son, you done messed up.
These?
No, those are just.
You done messed up.
Hey, since you told me where those are, you want to just tell me where the bud is?
Huh?
Since you told me where those are, you want to tell me where the bud is?
They're in the trunk.
Okay.
Put them in a plastic bag.
Okay.
A trash bag.
Okay.
State trooper.
Huh?
Those are the two items I was referring to.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, that's it. That's all we got. Ground coffee.
That's butter.
Ground
Butter,
coffee.
wax. Still a lot.
An extensive search of his vehicle revealed marijuana, oxycodone, and hydrocodone inside. At this point, he was formally arrested and about to be taken to the police station.
You carry a lot of Narcan, don't you? Hey, I'm just gonna let you sit over here, okay? I'm gonna put you in my car. Door knob in there. You know, if the right to remain silent, anything said can be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to attorney present for any question. You can't afford one be appointed for no additional charge. You understand all that?
I do, sir.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Would you like to talk about anything we found in there so far?
No, I've told you everything that was in there.
Well, I'm asking, do you want to talk about any of that?
No, there's an explanation for everything that's in there.
I'm asking you, would you like, if I ask you some questions, would you be willing to talk about it right now?
Not at the moment. No,
Okay.
I'm good. Thank you.
Yep.
Wow. Look how tight that is. Golly. That's claustrophobia at its finest. Ooh, I couldn't do it. No way. Dang.
Eventually, Stevens was charged with felony simultaneous possession of drugs and firearms, felony possession of a controlled substance, and a misdemeanor speeding count. He pled guilty to felony possession of hydrocodone and received a 6-year suspended sentence. He was also immediately removed from his position and forced to surrender his law enforcement certification. Next up,
So he got 6 years on suspension and that's it? Wow. I mean, that's the way I took it. That's the way it sounded like to me. 6 years on suspension. That's it. That's all you get, buddy. 6 years.
crooked cop was taken to the cleaners by his honest supervisor.
If you fail to provide your documentation, you can be placed under arrest for obstruction.
You think so? And I don't need to show ID to do that.
You don't have to show ID right now, no sir.
Thank you.
All right.
Have a nice day, officer.
You too, sir.
Hope you learned something today.
New Jersey police officer Frank Moschella showed a clear lack of understanding of the law when he tried to intimidate a man who was peacefully exercising his constitutional right to film in public.
You're working on a story for the township.
Well, about the township for me.
For you?
Yes.
What are you making, a documentary?
It's a news story.
News story?
Yeah.
You have ID?
I always have ID.
Okay, can you provide that?
No.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
I do, sir.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
And what law is that?
Well, it came in as a suspicious person. Anytime we investigate as to somebody calling in about suspicious, we need to at least identify who it is we spoke to. You're not in trouble in any way, shape, or form.
Okay, then I don't need to give ID.
Well, you do.
What law is that?
To know who you are.
What law is
if I'm
that?
investigating a crime, it's actually called obstruction if you fail to provide documentation. No, it's
Quote that statute. Quote obstruction. No, apparently you don't.
Sir, look, I'm not looking.
I have to commit an unlawful act and prevent you from performing your unlawful duty to be in violation of obstruction.
Currently, right now.
So what's the unlawful act?
Right now, it came in as a suspicious person.
Okay, and what statute is suspicious?
Suspicion alone is not reasonable, articulable suspicion to detain someone and demand their ID. Officer Frank had no clue he was up against someone with a much better understanding of the law than him.
It has nothing to do with it.
Yes, it does. What's the law?
To determine what's going on. So
I'm taking pictures in public.
Who you are. You're telling me you're doing something. Okay. That's fine, but I need to verify who you are.
No, you don't.
So in the event that something turns into something, I at least can say, all right, I went out and I spoke with this person. You're making.
I don't know why they all say that. I have no idea why they always say that. I need to go out, and if something happens, then I can say I spoke to this person. So you have every time you see somebody, if something happens, you're going to go down the list of everybody that you talk to, whether it be 100 people or 10 people. You're going to go on a list of all those people and say, hey, look, I talked to this person, so they might be a person of interest. No, you cannot do that. You have to have some evidence that, that person is. You just can't go and interrogate everybody. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's just a hearsay to get an ID.
Making this more difficult than it needs to be.
No, you are. You can come out and say, good morning, sir, how you doing? Taking pictures, enjoying your First Amendment right to take pictures in public.
What was the first thing that I said to you today?
What are you doing?
I said, no, I said, how are you, sir?
Okay, how are you?
Did I not say that to you?
Yeah, you did.
So you just asked me what did I do, and I already told you what I said.
Okay.
I said, how are you? And I said, what are we doing? And you told me what you're doing. And I said,
that's
fine. And I explained to you why I need documentation from you, just to verify who you are.
Okay, but you don't need to verify who I am.
I unfortunately do.
Yes. No, I have the right to privacy in public.
You do, to a certain degree.
Yeah,
okay.
And this is within that degree.
Yes.
Yes.
But again, if we're investigating it for suspicious because somebody called it in.
He said yes, and then continues going on with his BS. Ah, that's just lovely.
It's not like we just.
It doesn't matter if somebody called it in.
Yes, it does.
Okay, so if you're outside on your property mowing your lawn and somebody says you're suspicious and the police come by, you have to give them your ID?
To verify that you live there? Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yes,
it's your property.
The individual, later identified as Alex, was relentlessly challenging this tyrant who seemed to love the sound of his own voice more than the law itself.
Documentation, otherwise you are going to be placed under arrest for obstruction.
I do not have identification on me.
Well, so then you lied to me, because when I first asked you if you had identification on you, you told me, yes, I do.
Oh, I have fingerprints and retinas.
No, that's incorrect. I asked you, do you have documentation? Do you have identification? Okay, so who are you then? Because we're going to have to verify who you are.
I'm not going to answer any questions.
Here's the other problem. Now you lied to me, so now I have a concern as to whether you're being truthful and honest with me. Do you understand?
Okay, well, you're not being truthful and honest with me because you haven't quoted a law yet that I'm required to show you ID.
I already explained to you what I need to
Supervisor.
do. If you fail to, there's actually a supervisor right there. Okay?
It didn't take long for a supervisor to arrive on the scene, and unfortunately for Frank, this would quickly turn into a law lesson for him.
Now, if I find out you're lying to me, now you can...
I can be placed under arrest for lying.
You can be charged with hindering.
Do we have a sergeant?
Giving failed documentation.
No.
You have two sergeants, right?
Two? Okay.
What's going on?
So what is your name and what is your information?
I'm not answering any questions. Personal information.
Okay, well then you're going to be placed under arrest for obstruction.
And what law is that, Sergeant?
He doesn't need to explain it to you.
Well, he does actually. He actually does.
Frank, just hold on a second.
So let's find out.
Can I just ask you what you're doing here?
Yes, sir. I'm in public taking pictures of a public building, expressing my First Amendment right to freedom of press. I'm here to actually file a complaint.
Okay. You have that right. You have all those rights. You just
Thank you. Well, he appears to tell me that I don't.
Now, just so you know, there are areas of this building that are posted.
Absolutely.
That are off limits.
Yep, like the back of that parking lot there. It says restricted area. You can't go back there.
Areas or video those areas.
Absolutely.
Other than that, if you want to walk around with your camera, you can walk around with your camera.
And I don't need to show ID to do that.
You don't have to show ID right now. No, sir. All right, sir?
How's that?
Well, that's incorrect, actually, in that respect.
Oh, is it? Is it? So your sergeant's wrong.
Even after being thoroughly humbled by his sergeant, Officer Frank's arrogance remained intact. He had had the audacity to call his superior wrong. These crooked cops will do anything to avoid admitting their mistakes.
So your sergeant's wrong? So your sergeant...
We're not going to get into an argument here.
So we're all set,
Because
right?
I was just threatened with arrest for not providing identification. It's a violation of Fourth Amendment.
All right, sir. But now we're clear on what's going on, right?
Is he?
Are we all clear?
Is he clear? Because I'm clear and you're clear.
Everybody here is clear, sir.
Very good, sir.
All right,
Thank
so
you.
Continue what you're doing.
I appreciate your help.
All right? You have a good day.
That's cop, sergeant. It's good. All right. Sergeant's making it work and doing his job.
You too.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Guys.
Thank you.
All right.
Have a nice day, officer.
You too, sir.
Hope you learned something today.
The supervisor immediately de-escalated the situation, allowing Alex to film, and also went on to correct Officer Frank, who was having a tough time accepting his mistake.
Walk of shame.
This was indeed a classic walk of shame, and Alex really did have the last laugh. It turns out that sometimes it is the junior cops who are up against their bosses breaking the law.
Hello? Guess who I just pulled over?
Who?
Yarborough.
Really?
Yeah, the chief deputy.
On June 20th, 2023, a Henry County police officer pulled over a vehicle for going 96 miles per hour in a 35 mile per hour zone. If this was not shocking enough, he was stunned to see who was inside.
Really?
License in the back.
Yeah.
It was none other than Henry County Police Chief himself, Michael Yarbrough. The officer had to do his duty and went over to write him a ticket. However, he couldn't let this opportunity go without informing his mate.
Hello? Guess who I just pulled over?
Who?
Yarborough.
Really?
Yeah, the chief deputy driving a Dodge Charger, a souped up Dodge Charger that belongs to the sheriff's office. I just clocked this at 96 in a 35.
What was the issue? I mean, why is he speeding?
No reason. He's in an unmarked car. He just got a high horsepower car and decided he wanted to play.
It's your traffic stop. You do what you think you should do. I mean, I'm not telling you one way or the other. You do a 96 and a 35.
Okay. Well, you know I don't care for him, so I'm gonna ride his.
While speeding at that rate is dangerous, it is commendable that the chief never tried to use his authority to evade accountability.
Sir, here's your ID back. This is your copy of the citation. If you would sign right here. It's got a court date, time it must appear.
Yes, sir.
Follow the law for all. That's all I got to say on that.
Please slow down and have a safe day.
Apart from getting a ticket, the chief was suspended for 40 hours without pay. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. Today we saw cases where corrupt...
Thank you. That was a good one. That was a good one. I mean, some of it was a little drawn out, but, you know, we get the picture of all of it. And if you're watching this, you know, it's live stream, decide to do it. Something different here, huh? Here on Politapod. Let's go. Well, I appreciate you. That's all we have for this one. Ladies and gentlemen,